Good morning to all. So it's a glorious moment to extend my warm wishes on behalf of Human Resource Development Center, HRDC, Jawaharlal Nehru University, New Delhi. It gives me tremendous contentment to be welcoming amongst the most esteemed personalities who have won advocates in their respective fields to this inaugural session for the first short-term course on entrepreneurship, innovation, and startups, and another one is a short-term course of disaster management. अब मैं प्रोफेसर ब्रिजेश पांडे सर, निर्देशक HRDC JNU को आमंत्रित करना चाहती हूँ कि वो आएं और आप सभी का इन पाठ्यक्रमों में औपचारिक रूप से स्वागत करें। प्रोफेसर ब्रिजेश JNU में संस्कृत एवं हिंदी स्टडीज स्कूल में प्रोफेसर के पद पर कार्यरत हैं, जिन्हें योग, वेदांत और शैव दर्शनों के क्षेत्रों में 24 से भी अधिक वर्षों का अनुभव है। आपका स्वागत है सर।
धन्यवाद। सबको प्रणाम, सबका अभिनंदन। JNU के इस आभासी प्लेटफॉर्म पे आप सबका हार्दिक स्वागत है। आज हमारा इस सत्र का पहला कोर्स प्रारंभ हो रहा है, इसलिए हमें अत्यंत प्रसन्नता है कि हमारे बीच में दो हमारे बहुत ही विशिष्ट अतिथिगण हमारे बीच में विद्यमान हैं। HRDC JNU आज से, जैसे कि सूचना है, दो अल्पकालिक शॉर्ट टर्म कोर्सेज प्रारंभ कर रहा है। एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप, इनोवेशन एंड स्टार्टअप्स में पहला, और दूसरा जो कोर्स है वह डिजास्टर मैनेजमेंट में है। ये हमारे HRDC द्वारा संचालित होने वाला चौथे वर्ष का ये शॉर्ट टर्म कोर्स है। विगत सत्र में हमने जो कोरोना की विभीषिका थी उसका संशय था और अनिश्चितता का माहौल था, उसमें भी लगभग सभी अल्पकालिक पाठ्यक्रम, पुनश्चर्या पाठ्यक्रम और ओरिएंटेशन कोर्सेज, जिसको अब FIP कहते हैं, उन सब का संचालन किया था। और उस सारे कार्यक्रम जो संचालित हुए उनमें नियमबद्धता और अनुशासन का पूर्ण JNU की गरिमा के अनुरूप ख्याल रखा गया। आज के का जो ये
I think there is some technical glitch with Vijay sir's internet connection. So probably we can wait just for 1 more minute and see if we can join again. So Vijay sir will join this again.
क्षमा करें, कनेक्शन चले जाने के कारण ये दिक्कत उत्पन्न हुई। तकनीक की अपनी विशेषता भी है और उसकी एक सीमा भी है, तो मैं क्षमा प्रार्थी हूँ। मैं पुनः, चूंकि मेरी बात अधूरी रह गई थी, मैं आज अपने इस कार्यक्रम के उद्घाटन सत्र में अपने माननीय कुलपति प्रोफेसर M जगदीश कुमार जी का एक तरह से परिचय दे रहा था कि जिन्होंने विश्वविद्यालय के समूचे परिदृश्य को अपनी उपस्थिति से, कार्यशैली से और निर्णय लेने की जो क्षमता है उसके द्वारा नई दिशा दी है। एक नई ऊर्जा के साथ एक नई सोच की ओर हमें उन्मुख किया है और JNU में संचालित जो आपदा प्रबंधन का एक नया केंद्र है तथा अटल इंक्यूबेशन सेंटर वो आप ही की प्रेरणा एवं सूझ का प्रतिफल है, जिसके संदर्भ में आज हम दोनों पाठ्यक्रम संचालित करने जा रहे हैं। अपनी कल्पनाशीलता को मूर्त रूप देने का आपका प्रयत्न आज भी पूर्ववत जारी है। हम आपके प्रति शुभेच्छा व्यक्त करते हैं और आपकी जो भविष्योन्मुख
Right, Anamika, I think let's continue.
Yes,
There
sir.
seems to be some problem.
Yes. So due to some technical glitch, probably we can't hear more from Vijay sir. And now I would like to invite our Honorable Vice Chancellor, Professor M. Jagdish Kumar sir. He's an academician, administrator, and an author. He is currently the Vice Chancellor of Jawaharlal Nehru University and a professor in the Department of Electrical Engineering at IIT Delhi. So he did his master's and PhD in electrical engineering from IIT Madras, followed by a postdoctoral research at University of Waterloo, Canada. His areas of expertise are nanoscience and nanotechnology. He is currently a fellow at Institute of Electronics and Telecommunication Engineers, National Academy of Science and Indian National Academy of Engineering, among others. He is chairman of the governing body of National Council of Science Museums and also an awardee of the ISA VSI Techno Mentor Award. The list is long, but I would like to add just one more thing, that he still teaches and supervises PhD students at IIT Delhi while managing his busy calendar. So welcome to you, sir, at this inaugural session. Kindly share your encouraging words with us and our dear participants. Over to you, sir.
हाँ, तो आज से ये प्रारंभ होने वाले दोनों पाठ्यक्रम में हमारे दो जो पाठ्यक्रम है उसमें 3 समन्वयक हैं, कोऑर्डिनेटर्स हैं। उन्होंने बड़े ही परिश्रम पूर्वक मनोयोग से ये पाठ्यक्रम संचालित करने की योजना बनाई है ताकि उनको सर्वांगपूर्ण बनाया जा सके। जो शॉर्ट टर्म कोर्सेज होते हैं उनकी अपनी एक सीमा होती है, बहुत ही छोटी अवधि में उनको संचालित करना होता है। तो ये सारा कुछ कोऑर्डिनेटर्स पर निर्भर करता है कि वे अपनी समझ और सूझ के अनुसार कैसे उसको सर्वांगपूर्ण बनाते हैं और उत्कृष्ट सामग्री के साथ विषय विशेषज्ञ रिसोर्स पर्सन्स की योजना करते हैं और उसी पर उसकी सफलता निर्भर करती है। इस हेतु मैं आपदा प्रबंधन केंद्र के हमारे जो अध्यक्ष हैं प्रोफेसर पवन कुमार जोशी जी, जो एक विख्यात पर्यावरण विज्ञानी हैं, तथा बायोटेक्नोलॉजी विभाग के अपने युवा साथी डॉक्टर हेमंत ऋतुराज कुशवाहा और साइंस पॉलिसी केंद्र की ऊर्जावान हमारी प्राध्यापिका डॉक्टर अनामिका गुलाटी, जो आज इस कार्यक्रम का कुशल संचालन भी कर रही हैं। और जब तकनीक के कारण मेरा संपर्क टूट गया था तो उन्होंने बड़े ही कुशलता से इसको संभाला। उनका भी मैं HRDC परिवार की ओर से हार्दिक स्वागत एवं अभिनंदन करता हूं। हमारे बीच में जो हमारा HRDC का परिवार है उसमें श्री गौरव, ओम प्रकाश जी, नेहा जी, उन समस्त कार्मिकों का स्वागत करना एक तरह से औपचारिकता है, क्योंकि बिना उनकी सहायता की ये सारे कार्यक्रम संचालित ही नहीं हो सकते। और विशेषकर जब से ये ऑनलाइन कोर्सेज प्रारंभ हुए हैं उनकी उपयोगिता हमें बहुत ही अच्छे तरीके से समझ में आई है और बिना व्यवधान के बड़ी ही कुशलता से उन्होंने सारे कार्यक्रमों का संचालन किया है। आज से अगले 1 हफ्ते तक, 1 सप्ताह तक अपने बीच में रह करके अपनी जो प्रतिभा है, मेधा है और संवेदना है उसका आदान प्रदान करने वाले हैं हमारे प्रतिभागी गण, जो प्राध्यापक मित्र हैं। मैं उन सभी का स्वागत एवं अभिनंदन करता हूं, क्योंकि आपकी सक्रिय सहभागिता ही इस कार्यक्रम को सफल बनाएगी, इसकी सफलता का मानक बनेगी, ऐसी अपेक्षा रहेगी और रहनी भी चाहिए। उद्यमिता, नवाचार और स्टार्टअप, इसके द्वारा भविष्य का जो भारत है उसकी तस्वीर उभरने वाली है। इस दिशा में हम जिस गति से आगे बढ़ेंगे, आत्मनिर्भर भारत बनाने की दिशा में हम उतनी ही शीघ्रता से आगे बढ़ पाएंगे। समाज की विभिन्न जो आवश्यकताएं हैं उनको समझते हुए नए प्रयोगों की ओर उन्मुख होना तथा उसे कार्य व्यापार की दृष्टि से धरातल पर उतारना, ये बहुत ही आवश्यक है। उद्यमिता और नवाचार के बहुत सारे प्रयोग जिनमें तकनीक एक मुख्य भूमिका निभाती है, वो भारतीय अर्थव्यवस्था को ठोस रूप देने में सक्षम हो रहे हैं। हमें इसी ओर आगे बढ़ना है और ये कोर्स उसके लिए निश्चित ही सहायक सिद्ध होगा। आप सभी जानते हैं कि प्राकृतिक एवं मानव जनित जो आपदाएं हैं हमेशा सभ्यता के संकट के रूप में उपस्थित होती हैं। जीवन और जो परिसंपत्तियां हैं उनके तीव्र विनाश का कारण बनती हैं और स्वाभाविक रूप से एक सुदीर्घ क्षति को सामने लाती हैं। तो इसी के तात्कालिक एवं दीर्घकालिक संरक्षण की योजना को ध्यान में रखकर आपदा प्रबंधन किया जाता है। कई दिशाओं में कार्य हो रहे हैं, किंतु अभी भी क्षमता निर्माण अर्थात कैपेसिटी बिल्डिंग की न्यूनता है। कोरोना के द्वितीय चक्र की जो भयावहता है उसका अनुभव आप सबने किया है और प्रत्येक वर्ष देश के विभिन्न भागों में घटित होने वाली प्राकृतिक आपदाओं ने हमारी तैयारी को और अधिक सुदृढ़ करने की दिशा में हमारा ध्यान आकर्षित किया है। इस दृष्टि से ये जो हमारा कोर्स है वो और भी उपादेय होगा। गुरुदेव रविंद्रनाथ ठाकुर ने कहा था कि प्रकृति के स्वभाव को समझना और तदनुकूल आचरण करना भारतीय मानस का वैशिष्ट्य है। इन पंक्तियों में प्रकृति के साथ के तादात्म्य का हमारा जो देशज दृष्टिकोण है वह अभिव्यक्त होता है। आपदा की दृष्टि से ये निश्चय ही उपयोगी होगा। हमें विश्वास है कि आप सबके सहयोग, सहभाग एवं परामर्श से ये पाठ्यक्रम संपूर्ण होगा। आभासी प्लेटफॉर्म की जैसे मैंने पहले भी कहा अपनी विशेषताएं हैं तो कुछ न्यूनताएं भी हैं। हमें उसी के अनुरूप अपना सामंजस्य रखना है। जेएनयू के प्राकृतिक वातावरण को और ये सावन भादो की जो हरितिमा है उसको आप निश्चित रूप से मिस करेंगे, लेकिन अपेक्षा रहेगी कि फिर हम कभी मिलेंगे और ये शायद प्रकृति का ही संकेत है, हमें स्वीकार करना है। पुनः आप सबका अभिनंदन और स्वागत। बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद।
बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद ब्रिजेश सर। So now I would like to invite our one honorable Vice Chancellor sir for his.
Thank you, Anamika. I hope that the internet connection will not break. My warm welcome to the distinguished speakers and all the participants. We have two interesting topics for this 1 week program. Innovation, entrepreneurship, startups is something that we have been looking at JNU during last few years, and significant work has been done in this area, especially Hemant, his team, Professor Rana Pratap Singh, Rector 3, and many of our faculty members have worked really hard to create that motivation among our students and faculty members to look at entrepreneurship as an important aspect of our university functioning. We hope that these seeds that we have sown in our university will ultimately lead to encouraging a lot of our students turning into entrepreneurs. Let me tell you a very small story. Somebody was lost in a forest for several days and he could not find a way to come out of the forest. At the end of third day, he saw a second man coming towards him from a faraway distance. And when both of them met, the first man asked the second man, I was lost in this forest for several days, I could not find a way. But in any case, don't take the path that I have taken, that will not lead you anywhere. Then the second man says, well, even I was lost in this forest for last week, and I have been searching to come out of this forest, reach the nearest village. I could not find a way. But in any case, don't take the path that I have taken, it will not lead you anywhere. And then both of them decide, come, let's go together and find a new pathway. Entrepreneurship is all about working in teams. It's all about exploring the unknown. So often, we are all knowledgeable in certain domains, we are experts in certain domains, but often what happens is we will keep moving within the boundaries of that knowledge, and then there is no way we can create new knowledge. The only way that we can create new knowledge is when you start exploring at the boundaries of what you know. When you start exploring the fuzzy areas, the things that are unclear to you, and that is when you create new knowledge. But then many people, because of, you may not like it me saying, but it is because of fear. Many of us, we like to be in that comfort zone, and we do not like to explore in the uncomfortable zone. Recently, I was asking my students a question. I asked them, suppose you are in a dark room, completely dark room. The next room is a completely lit room with a lot of illumination. So let us say you are in the completely illuminated room. These rooms are side by side, and you have to step into the dark room. So what thoughts will come in your mind? The first thought that will come in our mind is fear, because you are moving from what is clear in the well-lit room into a dark room which is completely dark. You don't know what is there. The first thing, emotion that comes in your mind is fear, because you may trip over something, you may fall, you may injure yourself. But only those people who are unwilling to take that first step, fall down and get up and learn from those experiences and explore in that room, only those people will become ultimately successful. In other words, if you want to be a successful entrepreneur, or for that matter, if you want to be successful in your life in whichever endeavor that you are practicing, you should get over this fear. You should be able to take that calculated risk and then learn from the mistakes that we commit in our path. So teamwork, as I said in the first story, and the ability to take calculated risks and learn from the mistakes that we make, these two are important components if you want to become an entrepreneur. As you know, 95% of the startup companies that are established will ultimately fail. But people will not stop there. The successful people will learn from those failures and then move forward. And I am sure during this 1 week, from the experts in JNU and also from the resource persons from outside, you will get a lot of insight in this, and I am hopeful that it will motivate you to look at entrepreneurship as one possible avenue for you to practice in future. The second topic that we have chosen is the disaster management and disaster studies. Here again, JNU took the first lead. It created the special center for disaster studies in the campus few years ago, and we have started a master's program also. It's a completely interdisciplinary center where we have faculty from different schools working together. And as we know that the frequency and the intensity at which both man-made and nature-made disasters are rising, it's a cause of concern for all of us, because it leads to loss of life, environmental, social and economic losses. And unfortunately, while it doesn't distinguish between who is getting affected, we all know that there are certain vulnerable sections of our society who are significantly affected. And this is the reason why it is important that we acquire knowledge about the disasters, we acquire knowledge about managing the systems so that we minimize the disasters and we also minimize the impact of the disasters. And that is possible only when we provide skills, knowledge, and motivation to the individuals and also to the groups of people who are vulnerable to this. And how can that happen? Only when we have trained manpower. And the purpose of this workshop is to create that awareness about the disaster management and disaster studies, so that more people will be attracted to take up studies in disaster research, in order to create both system resilience and disaster recover capacity in our country. I would like to congratulate Professor Joshi and Hemant and all the faculty members who are involved with these both programs for designing this training program, and for providing the insights to the participants so that in future they will get interested in both these areas. So with those comments, I would like to again extend a very warm welcome to the distinguished speakers and also all the participants of this program. Thank you very much. Namaste.
Thank you so much, sir, for enlightening our participants and inspiring them to walk on the path of innovation and entrepreneurship and explore the unknown, and also about the vulnerable groups and their protection against disasters. So moving further, I would like to invite the chief guest of the day, Professor Triloknath Singh, sir, former Vice Chancellor at Mahatma Gandhi Kashi Vidyapeeth, Varanasi, and presently Professor in the Department of Earth Sciences at IIT Mumbai. His research areas of interest include natural and engineered slope stability, rock blasting, rock mechanics, and engineering geology, to name a few. He did his MSc and PhD from Banaras Hindu University, Varanasi. Besides his responsibility at IIT Mumbai, he is also serving as Institute Geoscience Chair Professor at IIT and Independent Director of Hindustan Petroleum Corporation Limited, India. His scholar has been graced with many feathers of awards, including the prestigious National Mineral Award, ISR MTT Contribution to Rock Mechanics Award, the Johnson G. Gammon Prize, Institute of Engineers India, and Excellence in Teaching Award, to highlight a few. I take the privilege to welcome you, sir, at the inaugural session and invite you to share your valuable thoughts with us and our dear participants. Over to you, sir.
Thank you very much. I'm very happy to be the part of the workshop or short-term course of the two important topics that will be the entrepreneurship, innovation, and startup, and by the same time, disaster management. Honorable Vice Chancellor of Jawaharlal Nehru University, Professor M. Jagdish Kumarji, the Director of the HRD Center, Professor Rajesh Pathakji, and other faculty members who are associated with this program, Professor P.K. Joshi, Director of this Disaster Management Center. These two topics once came to my mind, that how these two are put together, and then I realized that how these two topics are related to each other, because entrepreneurship innovation is required to manage the disaster, whether it is the engineering made disaster or the natural disaster. As the Honorable Vice Chancellor has said about the entrepreneurship, innovation, and startup, definitely we are living in an era when the speed of innovation and invention in the field of the science, technology, culture, industrialization is more accelerated than any other time in the history of the mankind. Even you can see in the time of COVID also. If you can see the changes in the mindset of the people are very different from this earlier one. And if you have seen the Bloomberg rating, the Korea has jumped into the first place, replacing many others who are leading in the innovation in the 2021. What are the important things in these area from my point of view, that if there is an era of new idea, new product, new services, and all together we need a certain kind of diffusion and adaptation in this area of national importance. Now the time has come that researchers in earlier always try to resolve the issue which they want to resolve. They want to work on the research area where they want to work and there where they wish to work, or maybe in the comfort zone. But now the time has come that we should not think the problem which I want to solve, but we have to solve the problem which the humanity needs, the country needs, or the you can say the global needs. And that will be, I think, there be a some creation and interrelation between the creativity, innovation, and entrepreneurship. If you can think this creativity is an individual ability that can be lead to an intact invention or idea by the creative person. Innovation is the process to convert the invention or idea into the marketable product, as Honorable Vice Chancellor has indicated directly and indirectly. And entrepreneurship is an individual characteristic that leads the innovation process successfully in bringing a product or offering a new services to the market despite of many obstacles. And what we have seen in the time of COVID, that how the different countries with the shortest time has come with the innovation and need as per the need of the society or the time. So I think this topic is very, very relevant, very, very appropriate. The second topic, which has been chosen by the management of disaster. Disaster is in alarming situation these days. You can see the disasters of many kinds, and these disasters can be resolved if you have some new idea how to tackle it. Because people says that without some destruction, construction is not possible. So how to minimize the destruction and increase the construction, that will be very, very important. Because if you have to develop, keep the pace of development, there is a need to connect the people from the different areas. You can have a good resource utilization, or you can say the optimum utilization of natural resources to explore and exploit the maximum out of it. But these things also needs a certain kind of innovation. Earlier, the natural disaster was just we leave it to it. But now there is a many areas where people are working to understand its mechanism, understand its behavior, and record all the data and come out with the certain solution so that we can prevent a certain kind of the damage, or maybe you can see the loss of human being. And we have seen in the cyclone and other area we have achieved such kind of the goal, but in the certain area still we are lagging behind, like the landslide or engineered slope in the mining area where a huge dump is standing, or you can say the new type of the mountain has been created where 90 to 100 meter of the dump is lying naked and just waiting for a certain kind of the treatment so that the failure can be avoided, because it is a loose sediment, a loose rock. There are a lot of development is going on the hilly area where a lot of you can say the blasting is taking place. Whether we can control the blast or control the blast so that we have a minimum damage, maximum utilization of the explosive energy to the mechanical breakage rather than their ill effects or their side effects. So these are the things where the innovation is required. In the sensor area, many people are working to give some kind of the information prior to you can the failure. The time gap is important. How much time you will provide to give this warning is a critical issue. When this warning will be issued, that will be also critical. Who will issue the warning? That will be also the critical things. So these are the area I think where we have to think, and we have to think out of you can say the boundary, out of the break the barrier, and then you can think, and then I think then we can get a some amount of the solutions will come out with some kind of the solution which is acceptable, adoptable, and accessible to all countries, all human beings, because if you have a solution which is a very costly, then nobody will going to adopt it. In spite of that, whatever it has the protection measure, whatever it has the safety. So we have to make this product which is usable, and it should be adaptable to all those persons who wants to use it. So I think in the view of these two, these both the topics are, I think, interrelated. They are complementary to each other. And the one way, if you have the innovation, then certainly the innovation will be where to apply, where applied in the field or the factory or in other places. So I think the solution or some of this idea, a brilliant idea, which will be extracted out of this workshop from the 1 week of this, you can say the churning of the knowledge or the brain of the many people, I think something will come out which will give some new idea, some new path, and some new kind of the thinking among the scientists, industrialists, and users, as well as the new students who are working in this area. I must congratulate the UGC Center for taking this initiative, and this is the beginning of the session. I think you have at the first course, which you've taken the course topic, which has the international relevance, international importance, and I must say that this kind of the thinking is also a innovation, that how to keep these two topics together and justify. It is also innovation. It is also a deep thinking and understanding the subject matter and their interrelation. So with these words, once again, I am grateful to this Honorable Vice Chancellor, the Director, and other course director who has given me this time to express my view in very short, because the time is given to us is very, very limited. And I think putting the things within the time is also an innovation. So with these words, I thank you very much, and I wish all the success of this workshop, and I think it will be reach the newer heights after the 7 days when the conclusion will come. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir, for your encouraging words and highlighting the needs of innovation during COVID-19 pandemic and how to take the creative idea to the market. Further, you emphasize the aspect of destruction, minimization, and areas of improvement, and also the international relationship of these two important courses that we are going to do ahead in the next 1 week's time. Moving further with the session of today, I would like to call upon Dr. Hemant Kushwaha to welcome the participants and give a brief about the short-term course on entrepreneurship, innovation, and startups. The course is being coordinated jointly by Dr. Hemant and myself. Dr. Hemant is currently holding a position of Assistant Professor at School of Biotechnology, Jawaharlal Nehru University. He's an Innovation Ambassador and Coordinator, Innovation and Incubation at JNU. He's a skilled academician in life sciences, genomics, structural bioinformatics, and systems biology. The stage is over to you, Dr. Hemant.
Thank you, Dr. Anamika, and I am very thankful to Honorable Vice Chancellor and Honorable Chief Guest for setting the stage where they have already said so many things about entrepreneurship, innovation, and startups. The thing is that idea is not new to us. Now it's a common word which is being floating in the society. And especially after this pandemic, people have been devising new ways and especially our community in scientist community as well as the economical community have developed innovative ways of setting up stages for helping the society in one way or the other way. Now, what this course is all about is talking about the journey of various entrepreneurs so that we can sow the seed of entrepreneurship in our teachers so that they can put this kind of knowledge towards their students. Now, overall aspect of this particular course is to talk about the process of ideation and how this ideation can be converted into successful entrepreneurial workout. Now, innovation and invention is something which is not very unique or very new to our teacher and scientist community. Mainly, they have been improvising courses, they have been improvising studies and the way of their teaching and other conceptual part of it. But slowly and steadily, this idea of innovation and invention, when translated to some kind of entrepreneurial workout, will definitely give an edge how society can take benefit of this kind of knowledge. So overall, what we will learn in this particular course is all about innovation strategy, process of ideation, innovation execution, product development process, business plan making, IP creation, design thinking, and its commercialization strategy, and understanding the concept of market. Now, these all aspects what they'll learn over in this short-term course will definitely help them to understand the impact of entrepreneurship in the economy and how the obstacles can be overcome during this course of entrepreneurs, because there are a lot of obstacles when you do some kind of invention into the translational mode. And most important part is that when you have some innovation or some invention in your hand, how you draw the effective business plan. And once this business plan is made, how you can take this to the commercial aspect, make up a scalable business, and try to impart and give benefit to the society where this innovation thought process has evolved. So overall idea of innovation and entrepreneurship workout is not only to grow ourselves, but grow they can take out all the benefits of the current situation or any kind of situation which we are facing right now. Our country is having indigenous problems, and all those indigenous problems requires an indigenous solution. And this is what this course is all about, to think and to identify right kind of problem to be addressed and right kind of approach to be taken so that these problems can be solved within their specific domain. Very famously quoted by Einstein that you cannot solve a problem until you are there in the problem. So you have to think out of the box to create certain solutions which can change the society in certain fashion. So entrepreneurship is one thing which can help society to grow and to develop innovative thinking. And this course is basically designed in that sense. So apart from giving the learning aspect of design thinking, IP, legal aspect, financials, and all those aspects will bring you some entrepreneurial journey of the real entrepreneurs. Especially there are some incubates in our JNU who have done who have taken this entrepreneurial path, and they have got benefit, and they are trying to help the society in certain fashion. And we have some real speakers who have developed industry in the real sense from their own academic outcomes. So my wishes are with you, and we are trying our best, and we'll try our best to give you the best of the this course, so that you can take this knowledge, impart into the today's generation, that is the students, and give them and show them the path of an entrepreneur worker. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Him. Now I would like to invite Professor P.K. Joshi to welcome the participants and provide a brief about the short-term course on disaster management. Professor Joshi will be coordinating this short-term course. He is currently holding the position of Chairperson at Special Center of Disaster Research, JNU, and Professor at School of Environmental Sciences. His previous work institutes included Terry University and Indian Institute of Remote Sensing of Indian Space Research Organization, ISRO. While serving ISRO, he was also adjunct faculty to the Center of Space Science and Technology Education in Asia and in Pacific, a UN-affiliated institution. He was visiting teaching faculty to University of Helsinki, Yale School of Forestry and Environmental Sciences, and University of Freiburg. He's trained as an environmentalist and with specialization in satellite remote sensing and GIS science. His research contributions are recognized by Indian National Science Academy and the National Academy of Sciences in India. Over to you, sir.
Well, thank you. Thank you very much, Dr. Gulati. Namaskar and good morning to all. Professor M. Jagdish Kumar ji, Honorable Vice Chancellor, Jawaharlal Nehru University, a visionary from IIT Delhi, who has credit of introducing many programs in JNU, including disaster research studies. Professor Tiloknath Singh ji, former Vice Chancellor, MGK VP University, Varanasi, and Professor IIT Mumbai, a well-known geologist with expertise in landslides and earthquakes. Professor Brijesh Kumar Pandey ji, Director HRDC, and dear course participants, welcome to you all to this one-week course through HRDC JNU. Indeed, this is a matter of pride for HRDC JNU to offer the fourth short-term course on disaster management for the reasons. First, we have a special center for disaster research, commonly known as SCDR JNU, which offers MA and PhD degree programs in disaster studies. Second, JNU, as the highest seat of learning in the country, cares for the capacity building in desired gap areas or the areas of interest in the country and globe. We all have been witnessing the disasters all around, say Himalayan communities, urban dwellers, coastal regions, or forest fires in India. Globally, when you see the recent disasters in Canada, Germany, United Kingdom, United States of America, and now in Afghanistan, people have shown their incapability to handle disasters and hazards, both natural and man-made. हाल ही में IPCC AR6 रिपोर्ट में, जो अगस्त 2021 के पहले सप्ताह में UN द्वारा जारी की गई है, इसने बताया कि पूरी मानवता को जलवायु परिवर्तन से प्रेरित आपदाओं के बारे में चिंता करनी चाहिए। इस रिपोर्ट के अनुसार मानवीय गतिविधियों के कारण आपदाओं की आवृत्ति और तीव्रता दोनों ही बढ़ी है, और एक अनुमान के अनुसार वर्ष 2030 तक संपूर्ण मानव सभ्यता को विभिन्न चुनौतियों का सामना करना पड़ सकता है। इन्हीं कारणों से ये अल्प अवधि पाठ्यक्रम देश भर के कॉलेजों और विश्वविद्यालयों के शिक्षकों के लिए आवश्यक हैं तथा उनके रोजमर्रा जीवन को व्यवहारिक दिशा प्रदान करते हैं। हम सभी को दृढ़ विश्वास है कि शिक्षक वांछित गुणवत्ता और ज्ञान के साथ युवा दिमाग को प्रभावित करता है और इसी के साथ समाज की संरचना और गतिविधियों को रूप देने में महत्वपूर्ण भूमिका निभाता है तथा राष्ट्र निर्माण करते हैं. So in this course, we have tried to have resource persons from academia, research, policy making, civil society, Indian Army, Indian Air Force, and national institutions of importance, so as to cater all-round exposure of knowledge cum experiences to you all. We are firm, after completion of this course, you will find this mix of knowledge which will be valuable and interesting to understand, and the practicums will be worth sharing with your students, your colleagues, and your family members about disaster risk reduction and prevention, both at the local scale as well as at the national scale. So I am personally highly motivated, in fact, interested to interact with you all and learn more about your experiences and expectations in the week ahead. Our earlier experiences have given us very satisfactory end and more so motivation, so that we can regularly organize such type of short-term coursework. So this being the fourth short-term coursework will certainly bring new value addition to your learning and our experiences. So looking forward, thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir, for providing this brief. Now, I would like to thank our Honorable Vice Chancellor, sir, and Professor Triloknath Singh, sir, for taking out time from their busy schedules and enlightening us with the knowledge. You interacted with our dear participants and shared your valuable thoughts. So again, thank you so much. Now, I would like to thank Professor Joshi, sir, and Dr. Hemant for providing the brief outcomes of the two courses for the participants. I would also like to thank our HRDC Director, Professor Brijesh Pandey, sir, and the HRDC coordinating team members, Neha ji and Gaurav ji, for providing the immense support in organizing the courses. At the end, I would like to thank the participants who will be with us for the next 1 week to learn and gain. Thank you.